Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie there. Yes, indeed, enjoying themselves, and I've just found which camera's on. Very nice indeed. I'm feeling a bit shaky this evening because I had a little trouble actually just the other day. I was having a hamburger in town in London. I was having one of the big hamburgers and I nearly choked on it. Yeah, I was halfway through this big thing, you know, and I nearly choked. Mind you, it could have been worse. I could have finished it. Well, I can't say the name because of the legal problems. Can't say it's one of the tall ones, you know, the double-deckers with the shredded iceberg lettuce and the sauce and the gherkin. Why do they put that gherkin in? Why do they put... Everyone hates it. Everyone wants to fish it out of the sauce and bang it on the table so Annabelle Sod puts her elbow in it. I love it. Hosanna, Wimpy's, the McDonald's, the Big Macs, the Burger Kings. Hey, great employers. Hey, lovely, yeah, youth employment opportunity, all working in the burger joints, aren't they? Very nice. They don't get paid much, but they get a lovely uniform. Yes, esprit de corps. You wear a lovely little uniform, you get a badge with your name. Hello, my name's Sal. And stars. They get stars on their badges, that's true. And the longer you work there, the more stars you get. If you stay all day, you get all 5. It's marvellous. I mean, I'm not a food sort of, you know, fattest. I mean, I'm the sort of person who opens a bag of crisps and says, oh my God, there's 156 E numbers in this, you know, anyone want an additive? Yeah, you know? I mean, I don't think that. People hassle you too much and say, oh, no, you're not eating a sausage, are you? I mean, you know how they make it, don't you? They force them to eat razor blades so it expands their livers, and then they electrocute them and cut their heads off and stuff them up their backsides while they're still alive. Now, of course, I do support animal rights, fair enough. There's a lot of hypocrites around. That's the problem. People say, well, I've basically given up meat, okay? It's just, I basically get this craving for half a pound of bacon every morning. You know, that's it. That's the only time. I mean, my problem is very much with food preparation. I mean, who invented the microwave? If you're out there, you're a bastard. I mean, I know that they make things quicker, but that's not, you're in a pub and you fancy a crispy toasty. There's a nice picture on a wall, well, I just fancy a crispy toasty. A crispy, wispy, toasty, bubbly, lots of cheese and crispy, wispy, eh? I fancy a crispy one. So you get up the bar, I'll have a crispy toasty, please, lots of crisp, make sure it's crispy. In it goes, ping, out, there you go, mate. What is it? It's a sort of cheese-flavoured sponge crawling off the side of the plate. You say, this is not what I ordered. I ordered a crispy one. They say, well, it's hot, isn't it? I say that's not the only criteria. The human race needs more texture, variety. If I just wanted it warmed up, I could stuff it under my armpit, couldn't I? 2 toasters, shove it in your knickers, it'll be ready in 5 minutes, won't they? I mean, what's it about? Why? I'm going to ask now, what is the most efficient way, do you think, the best way to serve little portions of cream or milk to go in the coffee of the masses? A nice jug, regularly refilled and cleaned out? No, I don't think so. It's got to be a sort of millions of tiny plastic thimbles with half a teaspoonful of ultra-high heat treatment milk put in it, and then a foil lid clamped on top so hard you can't get it off, except when the train goes over a bumpy bit, eh? I mean, the world is starving to death. And we are using our ingenuity to put smaller and smaller little portions of food into more and more inaccessible containers. What is it about? I think the most expensive part of all that, those cream cartons, is a little tiny spring they have to put in the bottom, so when you do get the top of it, sort of explodes all over your crowd, you know? But anyway, back to this burger. I was telling you about choking on a burger, and when I did choke on this burger, something occurred to me. I thought, one day, we are all going to choke to death on a hamburger. And I will explain why. One day the human race is going to choke, as I did, on a hamburger. Because I was down this burger joint, I can't remember the name of the street. It was in the middle of London a few days ago. Well, actually about 6 months ago, but I want to make the sound topical, you know what I mean? Right up front, we're doing it live, might as well lie. And I was down this burger place in the street, I can't remember the name, one of those wonderful Cockney names, London street names, come straight out of the Middle Ages, lovely, tourist, you know, Belcher's Lane, and Red Hot Poker at the backside for stealing a goat street, Fiddler's Corner, because Ethelred the Stupid had a piddle there in 1410 to scare the French, you know. I mean, they used to name after streets, they used to the things that happened in them. I mean, it's lucky we don't do that now, isn't it? We name the streets what happens in them. Half the streets in London would be called throwing out 15 pints of lager and a chicken curry dinner. Very nice indeed. But I was down there. I can't tell you the name of the street, I'm afraid to say, because, and I can't tell you the sort of burger joint I was in, because we're not allowed to. They'll sue us if I say the name. What's that about, eh? I mean, we don't sue them for giving us acne, do we, eh? They don't mention that in the adverts. No, we've got time for you, we've got a welcome for you, we've got 12 million zits for you. No, they don't mention that at all. So I can't tell you the name. We'll make one up. It was Chirpy Cockney Street. That sort of sums it up. Just on the boiled beef and carrots line down the Northern Line. Chirpy Cockney Street. Because they used to name streets in London after the things that happen in them. Like, the Brewer Street or Threadneedle Street, after the jobs people did. Of course, these days it'd be Tesco checkout person flyover, wouldn't it? So obviously it's not so romantic. I was in this place having my burger. I decided against a chicken nugget, you know, because you don't really know where the bits of chicken come from, do you? When you have fast food chicken, you think, where's that come from? What possible part of the anatomy has that bit of chicken come from? I mean, in the old days, when you had a bit of chicken used to have a quarter or a half. That was very nice, wasn't it? A quarter or a half, you knew where you were. These days, it's pieces and nuggets, eh? Now, what's a chicken piece? I can tell you, it's almost any bit of the chicken's anatomy that can get cut up, mashed up, deep fried and served to the punters. But a nugget is a comparatively recent development, isn't it? Oh yes, what is a nugget? I'll tell you what, Mr. Worldwide Fast Food Conglomerate was down his factory one day, saying, what's all them little round things you're sweeping up and throwing away? The foreman says, we can't put it balls in. Get them in the fryer, chicken goulash, we're dipping them in the barbecue sauce today. Well, I thought, I'm going to with that. I'll have a burger. So I was chewing on my Whopper. I was having a little chew on the Whopper. Oh, madam, no, don't start me off. I don't know what I'm talking about. Of course I don't mind. You know, Mrs. Thatcher hasn't stopped her. Oh, cheeky little joke. There we go. Mind you, so's Norman Tevitt. He's a cabinet minister. Yes, we can throw by the satire in when we like, can't we? There you go. Anyway, so I was having a nibble on my Whopper, as is my wont, you know, just having a little nibble, and I thought that one day everyone is going to choke to death on one of these because I started choking. It went down the wrong way. I swallowed it. I started choking, and I had to reach for my orange or my Mac orange, as you're supposed to say. Oh, I've got names now. I'm going to prison, aren't I? No, it was any burger joint you care to name. Your Mac orange. You can't have an orange. You can have a Mac orange. That's nice. You can't have a cola. You can have a Mac cola. That's lovely. Makes you feel part of the family, doesn't it? Nice, friendly thing. A Mac orange, please. Mums, rot your kids' teeth and teach them about the friendly face of international saturation selling. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Anyway, you can get 3 types of drink. 3 sizes: small, medium, and large. Or, alternatively, expensive, flipping expensive, and totally outrageous. No one ever buys a large one. I've never seen anyone buy a large one. I don't think they have the cartons. I don't think they do. Everyone asks for a small one. You always ask for a small one, because when you get your small Mac orange, you say to yourself, oh look, don't you get a lot? Look at that, don't you get a lot? That's not bad, that's a small one. Don't you get a lot? Thank you, Ronald McDonald. What a benevolent clown you are. Don't you get a lot? Look at that, don't you get a lot? That's very nice, it's a small one. Don't you get a lot? Yeah, a lot of ice. Which is a lot cheaper to produce than Coke or orange, I can tell you. I don't think, to be honest, I have a small bucket of ice with 3 drops of Coke in the top. Thank you very much indeed. So, there I was, choking, trying to drink my stuff, choking on the thing, hoping I could choke quietly so I wouldn't get thrown out by the McBouncers. And I was thinking, why is it that we're all going to choke on a hamburger? I'll tell you why. We will get to the punchline. Because hamburgers are made of beef. Yes, indeed they are. Well, not the ones at the fairgrounds. They're made of salmon-flavoured cardboard, but there you go. Most of them are made of beef. And beef is made of cows. Yes, that's little Daisy May or Mary Lou nestling in your back there. Oh, isn't that lovely? Just imagine her in the field with the horns and the little bell round her neck. Ding dong, ding dong. All things bright and beautiful. Then some God made and some bastard mashed me up and put me in a bat. Oh, lovely. I eat them. I eat burgers, but I think we should face the consequences. I think they should tether a cow in every fast food restaurant. So all the little kids could go up to it and say, hello, Daisy May, you see that burger I just threw up on the floor? That's your mum. Yes. Now, cows are made of beef, and yes, indeed, cows are also made of grass. If you put a cow in a field, and you look at it, for 3 months, it goes from a calf to a cow. All it's been doing is eating grass. They eat a lot of grass. They need loads and loads of it. And we need more and more cows because we're eating more and more hamburgers. This is true. More than the world has ever seen. So, what they do is, because there's no pasture left, they go to the third world, and they cut all the trees down in the third world to grow the cows to make the hamburgers. But because it exhausts the land, they have to go on and on through the forest, cutting down all the little trees to grow the cows, to map them up, to put them in the back so I can eat my burger. Oh, there we go. So they are cutting down the trees which are the source of the world's oxygen. That's where it all comes from. So one day, when all the trees are gone, we're all going to choke on a burger. Yes, indeed. Ecology is not a joke. I eat them, but I'm thinking about it. I thought it was time to make the statement. The trees are going. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a hard Saturday night. We hope you've enjoyed it. I'm losing my voice, I'm afraid to say. I shall go and suck a fisherman's friend. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Right, next week we're